Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be talking about 2021 goals. I'm not saying resolutions because I don't really believe in resolutions. I feel like when you say resolutions, you kind of set yourself up for failure because we all know that the number one most set resolution on New Year's Day is I want to work out, I want to get healthier, I want to get back in the gym. Something around health and fitness, and we all know that really once January 5th happens, like that comes completely out of like into practice, and people kind of forget about their New Year's resolution because they go back to the same way they were in the last year. It's going to take more than a new year to fully change your actions and stuff like that. I truly believe that it starts inside, like spiritually and mentally and all that stuff, and that's where I want to change in 2021. I want to start first spiritually because I feel like you can't do anything without God. He truly will lead you in the right direction. There will be bumps and stuff along the way, but in the end he will lead you where you're supposed to be. Yeah, I know it's gonna be like boom 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 and that's not gonna be like a straight line, but I've gotten to the point where I realize I literally cannot do this for myself. I am truly tired of living a life that is not fulfilling. I thought that could be fulfilled in like worldly things like Instagram and stuff like that, but as the years have gone on, I'm like 19 years old and I'm finally starting to realize that really only God can like bring me true happiness, and only he can like do things in my life that no one else can. And it's time to actually start talking to him again and like getting close and stuff like that, because that's what truly matters. At the end of the day, whenever this world is like over and stuff, I want to be in heaven. I don't want to be anywhere else besides heaven with my dad and my other family members. I want I want it to be a good time up there. I do not want to be in a hot and steamy, fiery place, and it's just no. I don't want that for myself. So that's the first thing I want to change in 2021. I want to be closer to God, and be surrounded by people who are like spiritually woke, if that's the right word, spiritually woke. I don't even know if you guys can see my face, but like I'm just going to talk anyways because I feel like I'm just going to talk. This is kind of like a personal kind of thing. But yes, I want to be near people who are spiritually woke. I want to use apps that are spiritually awakening. That I want to use apps that awaken me spiritually. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I throughout this past year in 2020, I deleted like Instagram and Snapchat for at least like a good month or two, and then I got it back because I was just like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out on stuff and blah blah blah. And then I got all my social media back besides TikTok, because TikTok was truly ruining my life, because I would be on TikTok instead of doing my schoolwork, which is not good because I would have essays due and I would be like watching TikTok for an hour, and then I would have until 11:59 to do it, and it was just a mess, and I had to ask for extensions and stuff, and it was just not good. So I deleted that, and I was soon able to get back like on the right track and like actually focus on the things that were important to me, like school and stuff like that, instead of focusing on like other people in the world. I was getting too consumed by TikTok. It got to the point where I was literally consumed by TikTok more than I like talk to God and stuff like that. That's like all social media really. And then I was at my grandmother's, my mom's house, and I was like, yeah, TikTok has literally, I was like, social media has literally ruined me. I wish my mom had like never let us go. I wish my mom had never let us got social media when we were like, I think we got in like the 9th or 10th grade or so, or at least I did. And I was like, I wish I never got it. And then my mama was like, well, why don't you just delete it? And I was like, you know what, that like clicked something in me, because I had already deleted TikTok and it's like made me feel better. So I just decided at that moment when I was in Walmart, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Because I was like, what if someone like texts me who normally texts me and I don't respond? And I'm like, anyone who's like important to me will get the opportunity to talk to me, whether it's in person. If you're important to me, you have my number, and if you don't have my number and you're important to me, then you know people who you know the people in my life who are important to me that you can get my number to. Yeah, if not, you can like literally talk to me in person. And if you can't do that, then you can find somebody that knows me and get my number from them. And that, so I was like, I didn't even post on any of my social medias that I'm taking a break, because it's not for them. I feel like when you're posting on social media that I'm taking a break and stuff like that, like you're just, I don't know, I think that's just kind of a cop out. Like no one really needs to know why you're doing what you're doing. You just do it because you want to do it. You know what I mean? There's no point in like posting on social media, like on Instagram, saying, I'm taking a break. Here's my number if you need to text me. So and so. I guess that kind of makes sense, but I'm just like, there's really no point, because the people who really are gonna text you have your phone number, like your actual phone number, and stuff like that. And if they don't have your phone number, then email. Like I email a lot of people, well, teachers and stuff. But I email like my mom things, like whatever. But yeah, if they can't text you because they don't have service or something, then they can email you. So yeah, that's the tea. But I decided to get rid of Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff, because I was spending more time on those apps than I was like with God and stuff like that. And I just felt like in order for me to get truly close to him and like figure out what I'm meant to do, I can't have any distractions with like other people and stuff. I'm kind of getting to the point where I want to kind of quit watching YouTube, but I need the app to like post these videos like this onto my YouTube channel. So I'm just like, maybe I could just like stop watching YouTube in general, the things that like don't make me feel good and stuff, because I have a problem with another reason why I deleted the apps, because I have a problem where I compare myself. The comparison was such a huge like horrible thing for me in 2020. Like I compare myself so much to so many people. It was just unhealthy. It was literally so bad. Like I was just like, why am I not living this life? And I'm like, I can tell you why you're not living this life, because maybe it's not a life that, maybe this life is not meant for you to live. Maybe you're just thinking it's meant for you to live because it looks glamorous and fun and stuff on camera, but in reality it's like not, it's not that fun. And I think that's like true for a lot of people. We don't really know what we want to do. I know I want to be a doctor and go to medical school and be a surgeon and stuff like that. But a part of me is also like, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and I'm just like, okay, YouTuber is not gonna be my, and YouTuber, being a YouTuber would never be my full-time job. But I've wanted to be a YouTuber for literally years now, at least like 7 or 8 years. I grew up in a era where YouTube was like literally everything, like Shane Dawson and stuff like that, like all these crazy people who are kind of now canceled, but they were crazy famous back then and stuff like that. I used to want to do that, and now I'm kind of wondering, like, did I actually ever want to be a YouTuber, or did I just think I wanted to be a YouTuber because they made the life seem so like glamorous and fancy and stuff like that? But yeah, that's why comparison is so horrible, because you don't really know what people are actually going through. No one on the internet posts their entire lives on the internet. Like, I don't even post my entire life on the internet. I post glimpses of the things you guys wanted me to see. You don't see my breakdowns. You don't see me crying. You don't see all the bad in my life unless I tell you about it. You don't see any of that stuff. Only the people who are like close to me, who live with me, who I talk to, know about that stuff. But even then, I don't tell everybody everything. But that's why comparison is so bad, because it makes you think that their lives are better than yours, when in reality they could be fighting a battle worse than you are. Like, everyone's fighting a battle. They could be fighting a huge one compared to yours. You know what I mean? And not saying that you should be comparing battles, because everyone's battle is different, and like it's a different I don't know. It's different sizes of battles and stuff like that, because the battles that God gives to you ultimately makes you into the person that he needs you, wants you to be, to fulfill his purpose and like glorify his kingdom and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why I think comparison's so toxic, and that's why I just had to get that out of my life, because it was just so bad. Like, I would get to the point where I just couldn't, like, even watching what I got for Christmas 2020 videos really made me like not mad, but I'm just like, oh wow, that's cool or whatever. Like, when I saw someone who got an iPad Pro, I was like, oh my gosh, like I wanted an iPad Pro for Christmas. And I think that's a toxic behavior, because at that point I caught myself and I was like, no, Diavion, like, you got what you got for Christmas, be grateful for it, because you could have gotten nothing. and be done with it. And if you want an iPad Pro, you work your butt off to get the iPad Pro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I kind of stopped watching whatever Christmas videos because that kind of, I don't like that kind of thought behavior and stuff of ungratefulness, because I never want to be ungrateful in my life. But sometimes it just like happens because of like the things that you watch or like things that you see and stuff like that. But this entire Christmas, I was grateful for every single thing that I got, no matter what. I got clothes, shoes, we got a Nintendo Switch to play, all that fun stuff. I got mugs. I love mugs. I got candles. I got Apple Watch bands. I got so much stuff. I'm not gonna like show it in a video because I don't really want to show it, and I don't even know where, like, I know where all my stuff is at, but I don't want to make like a video just for that, because that's just like not what I want to do. But yeah, I think I definitely want to leave that in 2020, and in 2021 I want to be more positive, focus on my spiritual journey with God, focus on what He has for me, because what's meant for me, no one else can take it, no one else can get it. He will make a way for me to get it if it's meant for me, and I just need to like understand that. Like, that Morehead King scholarship was clearly not meant for me, because if it was, I would have gotten it no matter what, like whatsoever. So you have to think about it that way. What's meant for you is will always like get to you somehow, some way. Yeah. So that's really what I want to. I want to talk to God more. I want to journal more. Like, I want to journal every single day so I can look back in the next year, like in 2022, and like look back at how my year has gone and stuff, because I feel like it's crazy how this time in 2022 I want to be able to sit down at the journal and like read back after every single day that I've had in 2021, and like reflect on that, and reflect on how I want my 2022 to go. You know what I mean? And if you don't write it down, I feel like you have nothing to look back on, because writing it down is so powerful, and it's kind of therapy, and it's such like good therapy and stuff like that. But I feel like, yeah, I want to write stuff down so I can reflect on it. Not even like reflect on it in 2022, but like 3 months from now, I want to be able to say, oh wow, like that job in January has literally improved so much. That's like literally crazy. And I want to be able to say that. So that's why I have no social media right now besides YouTube, and I have Pinterest and stuff, but I don't consider Pinterest social media because you can't comment and stuff on there. But really I only use Pinterest and TikTok. I mean, not TikTok. I use Pinterest and YouTube. And then I also have like Apple Music. I have Audible. I absolutely love Audible right now. I have my podcast, like the Apple Podcast thing. Love that. And stuff like that. I want to get more into podcasts and books and stuff like that. I got into a lot of podcasts in 2020. I like the World That's Good podcast. She by Jordan Dooley, I think is how you pronounce her name. And then like these podcasts by Eric Thomas and stuff like that. Like, podcasts are a great way when you're like on a long road trip or something. Instead of like instead of listening to music, you can listen to something educational or something that you're into. Like, it doesn't have to be like motivational. It could be like a scary story or something like that, like something like that. And I think that's very interesting. That's why I started getting into podcasts, because sometimes music just doesn't do it for me, and I'm just like, I want to listen to something, like, especially when I have to go to work at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I listen to podcasts because it like brightens my spirits and makes me like feel like I'm already taking on the world, because I've already have a little bit of education in my life. You know what I mean? But you have to find the things that you're interested in and stuff like that. I want to read. I want to listen to more podcasts. If you guys have any recommendations, comment down below. I love like spiritual ones, motivational ones, stuff like that. So if you guys have, or like any other podcasts that you guys are loving right now, like comment it down below. I don't like crazy things like Logan Paul's podcast. I do like Emma Chamberlain's podcast, and Miss Remy Ashton and Alicia Marie's Pretty Basic podcast and stuff like that. But I don't like anything crazy like Logan Paul's impulsive podcast. So don't recommend me anything like crazy like that. But anything that's like actually going to enhance my life and not like take from it. You know what I mean? That's so powerful right there. Enhance my life and not take from it. That's what I want in 2021. Anything that is going to enhance my life, I want it. If it's gonna like bring me down, take from my life, all that stuff, I don't want it. Like, I don't want the negativity. I don't want the drama. I don't want the attitudes, the violence, the everything like negative, like all that stuff. I don't want that. I want to bring positive vibes into 2021. Yeah, that was like a long rant for like absolutely no reason, but that's really the main thing I want to bring into 2021. I want to get closer to God, because at the end of the day, if you're not close to God, or like, there's no way you can do anything. Like, if I want to find my purpose and stuff like that, I need to be closer to God. And I've like finally understood. I finally understand that, and I'm ready for this journey that He is going to take me on. But yeah, um, I guess I can talk about another goal besides spiritual, which is my main one. But second would definitely be health. My health has plummeted in 2020. I have literally like been so rude, disgusting, and like disrespectful to my body. It's not even funny. I got diagnosed with PCOS like, I want to say a month or two ago, and I have to do like birth control and stuff to regulate my period and stuff like that. And I have insulin resistance, which I'm not really sure how to really explain it. But I think she said, instead of my body taking like the things that I eat and making them into energy, it just like stores in my body, which makes like your glucose higher. But she said that my glucose is like normal or whatever, and I don't have diabetes and stuff like that, which like is good. But it's like a whole story. I don't really know all the educational things behind insulin resistance and PCOS, but I do want to like learn more about that, because it's what's happening to me right now and stuff like that. But I want to bring healthy things in my body. Like I said, if it's not helping my body or helping me, then it's hurting me, and I don't want it. So if I eat something and it makes me feel so bad, I'm not going to eat it again. Like, I have to start listening to my body and feeding it the things that it needs to survive, and like, so I can live. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be breathing heavy every single time I walk somewhere. I want to be able to live, to dance, to wear whatever I want, to just have fun. Like, and I don't feel right now, from what I've been feeling, feeding my body, stuff like that, that's just like not happening whatsoever. And that needs to like stop, because that is so toxic, and I could literally kill myself by doing that. Like, by feeding myself these unhealthy things, I could literally kill myself. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna have like a donut every once in a while, or like candy every once in a while, because I will, because I am human. And I'm not saying this journey is gonna be like easy, because it's not. It's gonna be hard. It's going to be like that. It's not gonna be a straight line. Like, as we all know, life is not a straight line. It's like zigzags, and or like it's like a crazy, that whole thing. But yeah, I need to start being the right things to my body. I need to start actually exercising so I can lose weight, which will help with like my PCOS and insulin resistance thing, and all that good stuff. And it's going to be, like I said, difficult, but I am ready to fight. Like, I am ready to lose weight so I can wear the things that I want to wear. I'm just ready for it. Tired of living like this. It's gotten to the point where I'm just literally tired, and I just need something more. Like, and I feel like God is like pushing me out of this zone that I was in, like making me realize that he's the one thing that matters, and all that stuff. So I'm grateful for that, especially in 2021. I'm finally woke now, y'all. But the last thing I want to say is, I want to stop letting other people's opinions of me really tear me down, because I don't do certain things because I'm scared of what other people are going to say. Like, I haven't posted a lot of videos in 2020 because I was scared of what other people were going to say. Like, make fun of my voice, make fun of my hair, make fun of the way I talk, well, that's my voice, but make fun of my outfits, make fun of like how fat my chin or my double chin is or something, or like make fun of the clothes that I wear or something like that, or like make fun of my room. Or it's just, when you're like living like that, you're not truly living, when you're like so consumed by the voices of other people. Like, I heard this quote by Sadie Robertson, and it was so powerful. She didn't say it, but it was, I forgot who she said it, but the person said, true freedom is when you give people permission to misunderstand you. And at this rate, you have all the permission in the world to misunderstand me. If I want to wear a sweatshirt like this in 89-degree weather Fahrenheit, like when it's hot outside, I will wear it, okay? And if you have something to say about it, at this rate, you have permission to misunderstand me as much as you want to, because I'm over it. Like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, It's whatever. What you don't understand is that I was just in a room where it was super cold. That's why I had the sweatshirt in, because I want to be cold instead of hot. And then I walk outside for a minute to get some food. Then I come back into my room where it's cold. So that's why I want to take the jacket off, because I know I'm coming back into a cold environment. But you are so focused in your own mind that you're so judgmental that you don't understand that the reason why, you know what I mean? And at that point, I'm just like, you have the right, no, you don't have the right to judge me, but you think you do, which is a problem. But I will give you permission to misunderstand me, because it's not your job to understand me. It's my job. It's your job. Well, it's my job to understand myself, and to find myself. It's not your job to like tell me what to do and stuff like that. And I think that's like a very powerful thing that I think we all need to do, but especially me. The voices of others have consumed me for so long, and it's done for. Like, I am tired of it. I'm tired of not doing things because I'm scared what other people are gonna say. It's just like so tiring and so drowning, and I never get anything done by that. So it's just like, freak it. Like, at this rate, I'm going to post what I want to post. I'm going to do what I want to do, within the reason. I'm not going to go crazy because I like live in my mom's house and stuff like that. I'm going to be respectful and stuff like that, but by all means, I am going to do what I want to do. When it comes to like what I wear and stuff like that. Now, I don't wear like scandalous things and stuff when like adults or like men are around, clearly, but I am gonna like stop caring less about what other people have to say, because it's time for me to live my life. I've been alive for 19 years, and I feel like I've never lived, like, I haven't lived life. I feel like I'm like living in someone else's body and just like following the rules and like doing what's right just because. And like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna do what's right, because that's part of me. Like, being respectful, my quietness is a part of me. Like, I don't know, I don't think being quiet is a bad thing. I think being a quiet can be a good thing. I don't think that being too nice is a bad thing necessarily. Now, some people can walk over you, but it's your job to check that and like realize that and correct it and like put them in their place. But I don't think that's a bad thing. That's the thing. Like, other people telling you that, oh, like, you're too nice, you're too quiet, stuff like that. I don't care. You have permission to misunderstand me. You have permission to not understand why I'm quiet. You have permission to not understand why I'm so nice. You have permission for all that stuff. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say. We're starting 2021 off with positive vibes only. Yes, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and turn the post notifications on, because you don't want to miss the video content that I have coming in 2021, because it's going to be amazing. I'm literally truly going to live fearless, live original, all that stuff, as Sadie Robertson would say. But yeah, it's truly time for me to live life and listen to God and go after what was meant for me, and like what has always been mine. I just have to like step into it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below some of your 2021 goals and stuff, and how you guys hope 2021 is going to be. But yes, I wish you guys all the best, and Happy New Year.